Alright guys, so today we're going to be going over our strip lash enhancements. So this is a service that you can offer your clients when they don't want to use the entire strip to be so dramatic. Maybe they just want a little bit of an enhancement but don't want to do the lash tabbing because it's a little too difficult or takes longer in time, more precision, and this is just something that can be added quickly to a makeup service for an event or just any, any day, any regular makeup application. Okay, so supplies that we're going to be needing is our notes, our notebooks. Again, I left my journal at home, so I'm working off of just regular paper. So if you forgot yours as well, grab a piece of paper and then transfer it over later. So working on our journal, we have our colored markers. When you do take your notes in color, studies have shown that when you do in color, see in color, you're more likely to remember than if it's just in black and white. So that's why we do notes in color. All right, so then hand sanitizer, definitely anytime that you're going to work on a client or on yourself, always make sure to wash your hands with soap and water, warm water, and then finish off with hand sanitizer. You don't have to clean the client's eye unless if you're removing previous makeup. Anytime you're doing so and you're going to be adding lash extensions of any sort, you want to make sure that it's oil free. So make sure that that is done prior to the service or leave a little bit of time between, or make sure there's oil free cleanser because the oil and the glue does not go well together and they'll fall off easier and faster, okay? Or they just won't stick. So lashes, your natural lash and the lash enhancements, I'm going to be demoing with those. Your lash glue, appropriate to the lash that you're using. A mirror for yourself or the client, your tweezers, your curved scissors, making sure that it is a curved scissor, then your mascara and your eyeliner, should you choose to use that. Today we're going to be showing you a tip with your mascara. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started here. So we've gone over the fibers, okay? We're still working on the lash strips. We've gone over the importance of the eye shape and which lash to select. You've already seen the application. You've taken your notes. You know what supplies you need. We did the diagramming. That glue, it's really good glue, I guess. It's hard to come off. I need to get some alcohol and get that off. But so lash application, we've already done and gone over the different glue types, how to actually apply the lash. So you've got that information. So we've been scaffolding from with our theory section, making sure that you know the information to get you where you need to be. Okay, so this information, as we continue to work on this next week, you're still going to be able to need this information. So make sure that you review your notes this weekend to be ready for next week. Okay, so this is the lash application diagram. Okay, so you can turn your page, and since I don't have my journal, I'm not sure if it's on the front or the right or left side, but on the back of this, I'm going to go here because through the video you can see the back there. So this is going to be a lash enhancement. Let's go ahead and get started. So you are going to draw your eye. Okay, so we're going to do the same side. We're going to do our nose. We're going to do our brow. Okay, and then your eye. I'm going to make my eye a little bit bigger today. It's a really short nose there, but all right, we'll work with it. And then we're going to do our natural lashes, which remember we said that they start small on the edges and then they progressively get longer. Naturally they get that way. They're obviously not spaced this far apart, but just for the diagramming purposes, I'm going to space it out that way. Okay, so when we're applying our lash, okay, when we're applying our strip lash, we're still working with strip lash. We're not lash tapping. That'll follow. Okay, you want to make sure that you understand the difference between a full strip lash application and an enhancement. Okay, so an enhancement only uses half of the lash. A full strip lash application uses the entire lash. Okay. When you do that, you have two sets of lashes. So when you cut these in half to use an enhancement, now you have 4 lash sections. So that's 2 different services. Okay. So we're going to be doing the extension with this particular one. You can use any one that you like to. All right, the first thing that we want to do is we want to take our lash out of here. Okay, and I've got the glue on from yesterday, so I'll just put it here. Okay, if you want to, for your band, if you want to, with again the liner, the liquid liners work best. If you want to color the band prior to the cutting it, you can. You don't have to. Some people prefer it. Some people don't, just simply because they save the second section. Okay, so the client's coming in and they just want a subtle little something, but they don't want their eyes to pop too much because they're not used to wearing makeup. They're not used to wearing the lashes and all of that, but they do want something. So we're gonna cut these in half. So you can measure, you can eyeball it. So I'm gonna eyeball, and so I'm just gonna come in through the hair. I'm gonna split the hair with my scissor, and I'm just going to cut. Oh, I need to hold it a little better. And I'm just going to cut the lash down the middle. Oh, I need to come this way because it's sliding. Let me just hold it with my hand here. Oh, wow. Let me hold it this way and let me cut it. There we go. Okay. I had to give it a good hold there. All right, so now see, now you have two sets. Okay. Still short to long, short to long. This one has more of a curve. This one's more straight, just simply from the section that you grabbed it from. Okay. So any little hairs like this little hair here, and I'm not sure if you can see it exactly perfectly on the camera here, but this little hair, you can just pull it off. Okay. If there's anything out of sorts. You can choose which one you want. You want to go from short to long or long to long. Totally up to you, depending on what kind of drama you want to create on the lash. But we're going to stick with the outside. Okay. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and apply it. Okay. We're going to come in. Again, if you're applying for a client, if my client is sitting this way and I'm facing them, I'm going to apply this direction. If I'm applying it to myself, then I'm holding it this way and it's coming up to my face. Okay. So same thing as we mentioned yesterday about, you know, keeping away from the end. So you want to make sure to stay away from here. Okay, here you want to make sure that there is no glue here. Okay, you're not going to be applying to this end, so you don't have to worry about that part. But no glue so it doesn't poke the skin, make the eye water, and then make the lash pop off. Okay, so from here, you're going to take your lash. Same as yesterday that, you know, we learned. You're going to come in, you're going to start on the corner. Oh, we need to cut off the little corner there at a little angle. Make sure that we don't have that. And I think this is because the eyeliner's on there, so it's making it a little bit more difficult to cut. Okay, so we have our lash. Okay, we're going to come from the corner, and then we're going to rock it forward. Okay, obviously this is bigger, this is smaller, but on the eye, this would be the middle of the eye. Okay, so we're going to come in, we're going to rock it. Okay, once your lash is applied, the lash is on there. Okay, let's say this is really long and, you know, it comes down to the middle. Okay, you want to take note of a few things. So let's go to our markers. Okay, this is going to be the middle of our lash, the center of our point. Okay, this is the center. You want the lashes to go from the corner to the end, okay, the outside end, to the center point. This is where you want your lash to be, okay? You do not want or need lash here. No lash. Because at that point, it's the whole strip application. It's not an accent. So an older person, for example, or someone that's more reserved or conservative that doesn't really do makeup on a daily basis or much, if you put this big old lash on them, that's too much for them. They're going to look at themselves in the mirror and they say, no, I don't like it. When I walk down the aisle, it's not me. I'm not going to feel comfortable, and just take it off. You have to then go back and take it off. And then, of course, that might ruin the makeup. You have to wipe that off and start that over. So one, make sure that you have the right flare, the right amount of fibers on the strip, but also two, only put it on the corners to make her eye pop on the corner. You don't want the whole eye to create drama, okay, for the eye. So from the end to the center point is where you want the lash. Oops, sorry. Okay. Now, when you do the lash, now let's say I'm going to go ahead and let's do these in, I guess we can do them in blue. I'm going to apply the lash. Sorry, I moved my paper here. So I'm going to apply the lash, and let's say that my lash is here. Oops, I went over my corner there, apologize. Okay. Sometimes there is a gap here, although even you came by and you put your liner on the band, sometimes it just doesn't look right. So you want to make sure to come in, and I'm going to do this with the black. You're going to come in and put your eyeliner here, right? So you can wing your eyeliner. And then you can fade it out so it doesn't look like there's no, it's like little no hair here, and then like dramatic, lots of hair, lots of liner here. So you want to blend your liner out to the corner of the eye. Okay, whoops, my bad. Oh, I made it worse. It's okay. However you want to, if you want to make, the wing, if you just want to make an angle, doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. Okay, and then of course you want to blend it down towards the bottom of the bottom lash line. Okay, so definitely blend the liner to make the lash look more natural and blend. If not, it's just going to look like it does here. Bald, lots of hair. No drama, lots of drama. And then the person that already doesn't like a lot of drama in their lashes, they're really not going to like this. Okay, next thing that you want to make sure that you do is that you're going to blend with your scissors, your curved scissors. Okay, again, curved scissors are best because you're working on a curved area. The lashes are curved here, no, they're not straight across. You want to make sure to cut, okay? So when you're cutting, you're gonna blend the natural lash to the false lash fibers. Now, don't cut the natural lash, okay? You just gotta be really careful. So what you wanna do in a curved manner, you wanna come, and this is your cutting line, and you want to cut, okay, to blend. It's very important to cut to blend because then this is going to be gone, and then this lash now blends, okay, blends better. If not, when she looks down and when she looks up, she's going to have a big old step right here, and it's not going to look cute. Okay, when you cut, you want to hold the scissor like so. And say this is my client. Okay, I usually hold my hand to steady my hand, and then I put my pinky out, and I put my pinky over her. If I'm on her right side, I put my pinky on her nose, or over her cheekbone if I'm on her right side. So then I come in and I put my pinky down to steady my hand and hold my hand, and then I cut like so. And I don't cut straight. I cut at a point, okay? Before, I used to use this curve of the scissor and just come in and cut this direction. That's perfect if your lash has more of, like for example, this lash has more of a straight line. Even though it has different size lashes in here, it's pretty much straight, okay? This lash, although it's pretty much straight, it's got short, long, and it's pretty obvious. So if I come in and cut it this way, I'm going to mess up the design of the lash, and it's going to have choppy lines. So I want to come in and point cut. So again, hold my hand, put the pinky down, and use the point of my scissor to cut. If I'm doing something more with a straight line that doesn't need to have so much blending, then yes, I can come in and curve and cut. I still put my pinky down, I still hold my hand, and I still come in and I go in a rocking motion as I cut. The hardest part about cutting is making one side look like the other, so just be aware that that is something that you have to practice to get good at. When you cut and when you're applying all this, you want to make sure to have your clients keep their eyes closed, especially when you're applying the glue. You don't want the glue in their eye accidentally. When they open their eyes, gently pull down on the bottom lash line, so that way if there's anything stuck, you can just very, very gently, carefully, holding your hand, putting your pinky down to steady yourself, making sure not to poke your eye, and you can gently just pull that lash apart. If the tweezers scare you, get a little end of a Q-tip, or if you want to get orange wood stick, you can use that as well. Okay? Something plastic, if you're afraid of the wood and the metal, would work just fine. Okay? So, making sure that you blend. With your scissors, when you use your scissors, you don't necessarily want a straight line cut. You don't want straight. You want a curve. Okay? And you don't want, and you want in hair cutting, the point cutting, we kind of diagram it with a little zigzag. So when you're point cutting, okay, point cut, you help blend the hairs better. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. Okay. All right, so pretty much that's it. Oh, wait a second. It still looks a little bit bare here and just drama here. So there's not much you can do because you only are using an enhancement. You're only doing the middle to the corner. So how do you fix that? Well, this is where your mascara comes in. Okay. This you can do before the application. After is fine. The bad thing about after is that a lot of times when if this is still wet, you have to wait for it to dry, obviously. But if you come in with the mascara wand, sometimes the fibers of the lash get stuck on the wand and you pull the lash off. So for me personally, when I'm doing it, I like to just put my mascara, my eyeliner, everything, my lashes are the absolute last thing that I apply on the makeup application, and I don't touch them after that. Okay, because I want them to sit still, don't move, keep your eyes closed for just a second, sit and relax, let the glue adhere, let it dry, and then move forward. Okay, so that's just my personal preference, professional preference. It doesn't mean that that's how you have to do it, it's just how I like to do it. So whenever, before I get started, and again, you can do it after, but when I get started, I apply the mascara first. So I'm going to show you a technique when you're applying the mascara. When you're applying the mascara, okay, you want to, and I guess let's put this down here at the bottom. I guess pink is all right. Let me get my marker, trying to open my marker here. So then let's do mascara. For the mascara, some good points to know. Okay, when you're going to apply, you're going to apply, okay, in a zigzag motion. Okay, and up and out. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to apply that in a second. Another thing, when you're applying mascara and you get an oops or an uh-oh or a bad word because mascara is dark, right? And if you actually get it, let's say you get it mascara on the skin. Oh, that's harder to apply on the paper than I thought. Right? You get a big old chunk. The first thing you want to do is you want to wipe it. But when you wipe it, you actually smear it. Do not wipe the mascara if you get it on the skin accidentally, especially if you've already finished the whole makeup look. Because then you're just going to smear it. And now she has a black stain. No. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Okay? Let it dry. Then pick off. Okay, when you apply the mascara, okay, and you accidentally get it on the skin, first thing you want to do is wipe. But when you do so, then now you have this big old chunk there, okay? So the more you wipe and the more you pick, you're pushing it into the skin and you've got to get something to get it out, okay? So what you want to do is when you put it on, or when you accidentally get it on the skin, let it dry completely. And then you can take and you can pick it off. I usually get an orange wood stick, so I'm not sitting there picking off with my fingers. I get an orange wood stick and I pick off the mascara. A Q-tip works as well, okay? Because it dries and it's a thick product and it kind of cracks, and then you can pick it off. And it doesn't stain the skin, okay? Very important note to know. All right, so I'm gonna use this thinner. Ooh, this one's on there really good. I'm gonna use this thinner section here, and I did really bad with that one because even the little lash came off. All right, so I'm gonna apply my mascara. I'm gonna zigzag it up and out. Okay, so I'm gonna pretend this is my client. Okay, my client's opening their eyes. I'm going to have them tuck their upper lip in because that kind of makes their skin come down a little bit. Okay, and their eyes are open, they're looking up. I'm going to insert my mascara wand at the base. I'm going to zigzag. This is hard to do on this that's moving. I'm going to zigzag, and I'm going to go up and out. Put the mascara wand at the base. I'm going to zigzag, up and out. Zigzag at the base, up and out. Zigzag, up and out. So I probably do that maybe 5 times. Zigzag, up and out. And then I'm going to go to the other eye, do the other eye. While I do the other eye, this side is drying. As soon as this side dries, and I can come back and do a second layer. I'm going to go in at the base. I'm going to zigzag at the base. I'm going to go up and out. Zigzag at the base, up and out. So when you're zigzagging, you are moving the natural hairs and making sure that you're brushing each and every single lash that the client has. Sometimes when we do mascara, we just come in and we just kind of wipe up and down. Well, it's kind of like just taking your hair and you're just, patting your hair, putting the product on your hair. But if you were to comb the product through the hair, then you're making sure that the product is in all the different strands that you have. So same thing with mascara. When you come in at the base, you put the mascara wand at the base, okay? Making sure to zigzag and then up and out. Out because it's curved, okay? Zigzag, up and out. And that there will coat every single lash. Instead of just scooping it up, it'll coat every single lash. And as you're coating every single lash, then, okay, and I'll do it in, I'm running out of marker choices here. But then whenever you do so, I guess I'll do a purple color. When you do so, this is going to be a little bit more thick. So then now it blends better. Okay, even though it's not, a crazy ton of lashes, it's a thicker look, more dark effect, and so it's definitely going to blend. And so now when you're looking at your lash, you have this curved and it's an angle. So here's the base of the angle, here's the point of an angle, and it's a curved angle. You don't have to do this particular line. So it's like a triangle, right? Like a triangle. It's very long, obviously an acute triangle, and it's curved. Okay. All right. So those are the notes that I need you to know as far as your lash enhancements. Oops, I didn't write my title here. Let's write this title down. My lash enhancements. Okay. So lash enhancements, very important to know. Use your products to help you with each other, okay? This product, the liquid product, the makeup product with the fiber hair product, when you put the two together, it makes it better. Yes, you can use just mascara to create like the zigzag up and out effect to make natural lashes look fuller, yes. But combining that mascara with the lashes make more volume, more drama. But if you do all the techniques together and they work together, then you're gonna have the best results for your makeup design for your client. So that is what I wanted you to know, what I want to share with you about lash enhancements. Go ahead and watch the video on Schoology. It's a quick, maybe a 2-minute, 3-minute video of a MAC makeup artist doing a lash enhancement, so you can see his way of doing it. Remember, this is a way, it's not the way. There's many ways to apply lashes. Everybody has various techniques. It's always great to learn all of them, as many as you can, so that way you can practice and be good at all the different ways, and then just come up with what works best for you. All right, so make sure you take a look at that, and then go ahead and make the set up your station, wash your hands and sanitize your hands, and go ahead and apply the lash enhancements on yourself, or if you're at home, you can apply them on someone. If you have any questions, let me know.